So first let's talk about why you'd want to use green screen for your photography. And there's several different scenarios. The first one being if you don't have a product like Photoshop, but you want to do some kind of compositing. That is taking someone off of one background and putting them onto some other photograph, either for a fun project or as a money-making venture. Either way, you have to be able to do that quickly and easily. And one of the advantages of Photo Key is if that's the only software you have, that's all you need because it does everything you need in that one software product. Now, if you also have Photoshop, then the rules change a little bit because you might still do some of the work in Photoshop, and as you'll see in some of the projects, I prepare a graphic element or two in Photoshop and still use Photo Key to do the final composition, mostly because of its automatic features. And that's the other main reason why you'd want to use green screen is anytime you want to do a whole bunch of people. So for example, in Photoshop, you can fairly easily take someone off a white background or a gray background or pretty much any color for that matter. In fact, I have a whole separate course on compositing that shows how to do that. But the real strength of having software like Photo Key is when you want to do a whole bunch of people. So you've got a whole bunch of sports kids that you want to take portraits and automatically make trader cards or posters, or you want to do a photo booth at a wedding, something like that, where you want to get things done very quickly. That's the strength of the Photo Key software, is once the green screen is set up and lit properly, life is so much easier because you do things a whole lot more quickly. And some of the projects at the end of this course, you'll see exactly that. You'll see an example of a sports portrait. I only do one kid, but I could also have had a whole line of kids waiting to have their photo taken, and I could do it very quickly and easily. Same thing goes with the photo booth at a wedding. We're just do one quick example, but you can easily see how you could automate this whole thing and turn it into a nice money-making vehicle because you can do it quickly and easily and still create a really nice product. Now, there are two versions of the Photo Key software, and we'll be going into that in more detail later on. The basic version and the pro version, and the pro version is the one that has the added bonus of this hot folder concept, where as soon as you put a photo into a folder, it automatically is extracted and put on the background you've already pre-chosen. So we'll talk about that in more detail later on, but those are really the main reasons for using green screen. Now, the thing you need to be aware of is that it takes a bit of extra effort with green screen for the setup and lighting, because one of the reasons people hesitate to use green screen is because they've seen examples where it didn't look so good. You could still see the green fringe around someone or some reflection on them, and we'll talk about that in a lot of our tutorials, is how to avoid that so you get more believable end results through the software.